Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's just jump into it. 4 in the morning. Once again. Settle down. Settle down. Last chapter was good. Here we are with chapter 6, Imagination. The workshop of the mind. The 5th step towards riches. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Lock in. Get your books ready. Highlighter ready. Water ready. Be ready. Ready, Freddy Yeti with spaghetti. The imagination is literally the workshop wherein are fashioned all plans created by man. The impulse, the desire is given shape, form, and action through the aid of the imaginative faculty of the mind. It has been said that man can create anything which he can imagine. I'm cooking right now, bro. Of all ages of civilization, this is the most... Okay, let me not get too far. But I like it. I like where this is going already. Turn the lights off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be forgetting that we're good like this, that my camera is good enough. But lights on, lights off, mask on, mask off. You feel me? Like we're here either way. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Let's do this, bro.
Chapter 6. Imagination.
Dab me up.
The workshop of the mind. The 5th step toward riches. The imagination is literally the workshop wherein are fashioned all plans created by man. The impulse, the desire, is given shape, form, and action through the aid of the imaginative faculty of the mind. It has been said that man can create anything which he can imagine. Of all
I had to get my water cut. I had to get my water. I put it in the freezer. Got too cold. I actually froze up. But then, while it sweats, just put a napkin around. Napkin won't stay by itself. So my imagination said, go ahead and throw a rubber band on that guy. So I threw a rubber band on that guy. On this guy. Not talking about guy. Come on, man. Lock in. Where your head at?
All the ages of civilization, this is the most favorable for the development of the imagination, because it is an age of rapid change. On every hand, one may contact stimuli which develops the imagination. Through the aid of his imaginative faculty, man has discovered and harnessed more of nature's forces during the past 50 years than during the entire history of the human race previous to that time. He has conquered the air so completely that the birds are a poor match for him in flying. He has harnessed the ether and made it serve as a means of instantaneous communication with any part of the world. He has analyzed and weighed the sun at a distance of millions of miles, and has determined, through the aid of imagination, the elements of which it consists. He has discovered that his own brain is both a broadcasting and a receiving station for the vibration of thought, and he is beginning now to learn how to make practical use of this discovery.
When he's talking about he's talking about man has discovered. He's talking about men. So every time I said he's talking about us. Whether you're a girl, whether you're a boy, talk about the us. You feel me? Lock it in, lock it in.
He has increased the speed of locomotion until he may now travel at a speed of more than 300 miles an hour. The time will come soon when a man may breakfast in New York and lunch in San Francisco.
Because he can get on a jet. You feel me? Wake up in New York, hop on a little jet, go to San Fran, eat that lunch. Hey, put me in the stew, bro. For real, I do this. Man's only limitation
within reason lies in his development and use of his imagination. He has not yet reached the apex of development in the use of his imaginative faculty.
lies. The only limitation within lies in his development and use of his imagination. A man's limitations, bro. Valid. Okay.
He has merely discovered that he has an imagination and has commenced to use it in a very elementary way. Two forms of imagination. The imaginative faculty functions in two forms. One is known as synthetic imagination,
Okay.
and the other as creative imagination.
Okay, so there's two forms of imagination: synthetic, creative. Let's learn about them.
Synthetic imagination. Through this faculty, one may arrange old concepts, ideas, or plans into new combinations.
Through this faculty, one may arrange old concepts.
This faculty creates nothing. It merely works with the material of experience, education, and observation with which it is fed. It is the faculty used most by the inventor, with the exception of the genius, who draws upon the creative imagination when he cannot solve his problem through synthetic imagination. Creative imagination. Through the faculty of creative imagination, the finite mind of man has direct communication with infinite intelligence. It is the faculty through which hunches and inspirations are received. It is by this faculty that all basic or new ideas are handed over to man. It is through this faculty that thought vibrations from the minds of others are received. It is through this faculty that one individual may tune in or communicate with the subconscious minds of other men. The creative imagination works automatically in the manner described in subsequent pages. This faculty functions only when the conscious mind is vibrating at an exceedingly rapid rate, as, for example, when the conscious mind is stimulated through the emotion of a strong desire. The creative faculty becomes more alert, more receptive to vibrations from the sources mentioned in proportion to its development through use. This statement is significant. Ponder over it before passing on.
See, that's why I be going back and, you feel me, reading it again, repeating it, thinking it over, because the homie wants you to do that, bro. But he said ponder over it before passing on. We can't just skim through that. Like, you feel me? Like, we slick kind of gotta run it back, bro. Not only because he told us, because we gotta understand to the point where we put it in our own words. Let's go back. We're going back to synthetic imagination and creative imagination. Until we can put it in our own words, it makes no sense to move forward.
Upon the creative and most by the inventing. It merely works into new this faculty. One is known as the imaginative faculty. Two forms of imagination.
Run it back.
The imaginative faculty functions in two forms. One is known as synthetic imagination, and the other as creative imagination.
Okay.
Synthetic imagination. Through this faculty, one may arrange old concepts, ideas, or plans into new combinations. This faculty creates nothing. It merely works with the material of experience, education, and observation with which it is fed.
They're saying this faculty. That might be confusing, right? I don't need to phone a friend for that one. We use context clues. This faculty creates nothing. It merely works with the material of experience, education, and observation with which it is fed. It is the faculty used most by... Let me see what he say.
It is the faculty used most by the inventor, with the exception of the genius, who draws upon the creative imagination.
With the exception of the genius, who draws upon the creative imagination. What is exception? What is this? Like, except with the exception of the genius who draws upon the creative imagination when he cannot solve his problems through synthetic imagination. Which means like the creative person is not there. He's just using this synthetic is like, bro, this is what I got. This is what I'm working with. I don't know what to do. If this don't work, I'm clocking out. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
When he cannot solve his problem through synthetic imagination. Creative imagination. Through the faculty of creative imagination, the finite mind of man has direct communication with infinite intelligence.
This is what we're on. Creative imagination over synthetic, bro. Creative all day, every day. Because you're connected with the infinite intelligence. That's what you want to be connected to. Trust.
It is the faculty through which hunches and inspirations are received.
Yeah, bro. Because of that, exactly. It's like, oh man, I got an idea. Like yesterday, I was having all those ideas in the last chapter, bro. I'm like, let me write this down. Those were hunches. I was getting hunches, and I was being inspired through what I was hearing and reading. I was like, bro, hold on, I gotta write this down. So I did. Feel me? Hunches.
It is by this faculty that all basic or new ideas are handed over to man. It is through this faculty that thought vibrations from the minds of others are received. It is through this faculty that one individual may tune in or communicate with the subconscious minds of other men. The creative imagination works automatically in the manner described in subsequent pages. This faculty functions only when the...
Wait. I'm peeping over here. I'm peeping it. It is through this faculty that one individual may tune in or communicate with the subconscious minds of other men. Falling, dreaming. You ask me why I'm playing that sound? I'm playing it because you might not know what that means, bro. Yeah, you get, okay, gang, if I'm thinking something, and I might ignore it, it might be a little hunch, a little idea, I ignore it, I'm like, nah, bro, it ain't gonna get nowhere. It might just go to you. That same idea I had will be like, oh, you ain't doing nothing with it? I'm seeing the next guy. Other minds of other men. It's like that. It's really like that. For real. I had to run that back just a little bit. How to figure it out. You feel me? Now I'm feeling it. Can you feel it? Can you feel the love? Nothing feels better than feeling the love. I don't even know that song, bro.
Other men. The creative imagination works automatically in the manner described in subsequent pages. This faculty functions only when the conscious mind is vibrating at an exceedingly rapid rate, as, for example, when the conscious mind is stimulated through the emotion of a strong desire.
Bro, I need you to lock it in. Only, bro, it only works when you're like this whole thing, when you really want something, that's when it only works, bro. It only works when you really want something, working towards something, then you get the ideas. If I'm on the same page you're on, we're right here, bro. We're right here with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do it, I'm gonna do it. And you're gonna be like, how did he know? What is he in my head or something? Boom. It's because we both working off the same creativeness. You know what I'm saying? Lock it in.
The creative faculty becomes more alert, more receptive to vibrations from the...
What the heck? The creative faculty becomes more alert. I'm up here with it. When we down here with it. The creative faculty becomes more alert.
sources mentioned in proportion to more alert, more receptive to vibrations from the sources mentioned in proportion to its development through use. This statement is significant. Ponder over it before passing on. Keep in
Oh, we weren't supposed to ponder. I wanted to ponder over the whole thing, so we did that. But it meant ponder over this. The creative faculty becomes more alert, more receptive to vibrations from the sources mentioned.
is significant, proportion to its development through use.
We gotta use it. Don't lose it, use it.
This statement is significant.
I would agree.
Ponder over it before passing on.
We did.
Keep in mind as you follow these principles that the entire story of how one may convert desire into money cannot be told in one statement. The story will be complete only when one has mastered, assimilated, and begun to make use of all the principles. The great leaders of business, industry, finance, and the great artists, musicians, poets, and writers became great because they developed the faculty of creative imagination. Both the synthetic and creative faculties of imagination become more alert with use, just as any muscle or organ of the body develops through use. Desire is only a thought, an impulse. It is nebulous and ephemeral. It is abstract and of no value until it has been.
You don't know what nebulous means? Don't worry. Let me phone a friend. Nebulous. Let's see. What does nebulous mean?
Nebulous means vague or unclear, like something hard to pin down. Like if an idea or a memory isn't clear, it's nebulous.
Ephemeral.
What about ephemeral?
Ephemeral means lasting for a very short time, like a Snapchat or a shooting star. Here briefly, gone quickly. Both words hint at uncertainty, but nebulous is about clarity, ephemeral is about duration.
So when they say desire is only a thought, that's what they mean?
Let me check. Often they mean desire, like thoughts, can be fleeting, even ephemeral, if you don't feed them. But sometimes the point is that desires aren't permanent parts of you. They come and then they go.
That's good. Thanks, Ka.
Yeah.
That nigga said, yeah. Hit me up. All right, bet. Say no more. So, they come and they go. They come and they go.
Desire is only a thought, an impulse. It is nebulous and ephemeral.
Nebulous, ephemeral, quick stuff. You feel me? Not staying for long. It's only a thought, bro. It's an impulse. Desire is.
It is abstract and of no value until it has been transformed into its physical counterpart. While the synthetic imagination is the one which will be used most frequently in the process of transforming the impulse of desire into money, you must keep in mind the fact that you may face circumstances and situations which demand use of the creative imagination as well. Your imaginative faculty may have become weak through inaction. It can be revived and made alert through use. This faculty does not die, though it may become quiescent through lack of use.
What the fuck? This nigga said, what the hell is quiescent? Put that on the spelling bee. Who passing that? What does okay. What does quiescent mean?
Let me check. Like a crescent? That's a shaped curve, like a...
No, cuz. What does QUIESCENT mean?
Curiosity. Yeah, quiescent. It means inactive or at rest. Like a volcano not erupting, but still capable of activity later. It's like a waiting mode. Not gone, just quiet for now.
I like that. I like that. Okay. That was W's. That was W's. W mans. This faculty does not die through it may though it may become quiescent. That's a tough word. Which means like just chill. It's just chilling. It's chilling like a volcano that hasn't erupted yet. It's just chilling, bro. That's good. Put that in your vocabulary. Become quiescent through the lack of use. So it just become like, you feel me? You gotta know.
Center your attention for the time being on the use. This faculty does not die, though it may become quiescent through lack of use.
Makes sense now. There goes the train.
Center your attention for the time being on the development of the synthetic imagination.
Center your attention for the time being. So for now, on the development of synthetic imagination. Nigga, it is 5 in the morning, bro. And the train blowing like if it's trying to be somebody's alarm clock. King. People are sleeping, bro. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Dreaming. Nobody's on the road, bro. You good? Maybe they have to sound the alarm. I don't know. Let's focus on our attention on the... Okay.
Because this is the faculty which you will use more often in the process of converting desire into money. Transformation of the intangible impulse of desire into the tangible reality of money calls for the use of a plan or plans. These plans must be formed with the aid of the imagination and mainly with the synthetic faculty. Read the entire book through, then come back to this chapter and begin at once to put your imagination to work on the building of a plan or plans for the transformation of your desire into money.
All right, let's make sure to do that. Let's write that down in the comments below, letting me know that we got to come back to this chapter after we finish the book. That's so valid, bro. That's valid. We can at least do that, bro. At least that.
Detailed instructions for the building of plans have been given in almost every chapter. Carry out the instructions best suited to your needs. Reduce your plan to writing if you have not already done so. The moment you complete this, you will have definitely given concrete form to the intangible desire. Read the preceding sentence once more. Read it aloud, very slowly. And as
What preceding sentence? This is the preceding sentence. Carry out the instructions best suited to your needs. Reduce your plans. Nah, it can't be what he's talking about. I think he's talking about this sentence. Transformation of entangled impulse of desire into... Yeah, gang. These words is not no joke, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Entangled into tangled reality of money calls for the use of plan or plans. These plans must be formed with the aid of the imagination and mainly, with the synthetic. That word, you feel me? Okay. So that word is just as important as creative imagination word.
As you do so, remember that the moment you reduce the statement of your desire and a plan for its realization to writing, you have actually taken the first of a series of steps which will enable you to convert the thought into its physical counterpart. The earth on which you live, you, yourself, and every other material thing are the result of evolutionary change, through which microscopic bits of matter have been organized and arranged in an orderly fashion. Moreover, and this statement is of stupendous importance, this earth, every one of the billions of individual cells of your body, and every atom of matter, began as an intangible form of energy. Desire is...
I gotta run that back. And every atom matter, okay, began as an intangible form of energy.
Thought impulse, form of energy. Desire is thought impulse. Thought impulses are forms of energy. When you begin with the thought impulse, desire, to accumulate money, you are drafting into your service the same stuff that nature used in creating this earth, and every material form in the universe, including the body and brain in which the thought impulses function. As far as science has been able to determine, the entire universe consists of but two elements, matter and energy. Through the combination of energy and matter has been created everything perceptible to man, from the largest star which floats in the heavens down to and including man himself. You are now engaged in the task of trying to profit by nature's method. You are, sincerely and earnestly we hope, trying to adapt yourself to nature's laws by endeavoring to convert desire into its physical or monetary equivalent. You can do it. It has been done before. You can build a
Oh, he lit. Oh, he lit. Yo, he's hold on. Run that back. Dang, this chapter is slick hard, bro. There's a lot of words in this chapter. This chapter? Oh, he was in his bag with this chapter, bro.
we hope, trying to adapt yourself to nature's laws by endeavoring to convert desire into its physical or monetary equivalent.
He talking about we hope, trying to adapt yourself to nature's laws. Dang, he's cooking with this chapter, bro. Like, I can't...
Acceptable to man, from the largest star which floats in the heavens down to and including man himself. You are now engaged in the task of trying to profit by nature's method.
Yeah.
You are, sincerely and earnestly we hope, trying to adapt yourself to nature's laws by endeavoring to convert desire into its physical or monetary equivalent.
We are.
You can do it. It has been done before.
Ooh, he said, you can do it. It's been done before. That's what he's talking about. He feeling it. You can build, a fortune through the aid of laws. Feel me?
You can build a fortune through the aid of laws, which are immutable. But first...
Immutable? What the hell? I'm going to have to cut this shit in half. What does immutable mean?
Immutable means cannot be changed, like fixed permanently.
Gracias. Which are immutable. You can build a fortune through the aid of laws, which are immutable. I mean, they cannot be changed, bro. But first, you must become familiar with these laws and learn to use them through repetition. Ooh.
You must become familiar with these laws and learn to use them. Through repetition, and by approaching the description of these principles from every conceivable angle, the author hopes to reveal to you the secret through which every great fortune has been accumulated. Strange and paradoxical as it may seem, the secret is not a secret. Nature herself advertises it in the earth on which we live, the stars, the planets suspended within our view, in the elements above and around us, in every blade of grass, and every form of life within our vision. Nature advertises this secret in the terms of biology, in the conversion of a tiny cell so small that it may be lost on the point of a pin into the human being now reading this line. The conversion of desire into its physical equivalent is, certainly, no more miraculous. Do not become discouraged if you do not fully comprehend all that has been stated.
Good, gang. Don't be discouraged. Don't feel little. Don't feel stupid. Don't feel like you don't understand what's going on. I just got done saying, nigga, this chapter is tough. Don't feel discouraged. He already knew that. He like, bro, I had to cook up extra on this chapter, bro. And he did. Don't feel discouraged, bro. If you do not fully comprehend all that has been stated, unless you have long been a student of the mind, it is not to be accepted. He finna cook.
Unless you have long been a student of the mind, it is not to be expected that you will assimilate all that is in this chapter upon a first reading.
I'm not new here, bro. I understand. So if you don't, it's okay. Maybe you knew. Maybe you knew. Or maybe you knew that you wasn't gonna know. It's okay. We'll run it back. We'll get it, bro. We'll get it. You just gotta keep trying.
But you will, in time, make good progress.
Is that not what I just said? Tapped in, bro. I'm tapped in.
The principles which follow will open the way for understanding of imagination. Assimilate that which you understand as you read this philosophy for the first time. Then, when you reread and study it, you will discover that something has happened to clarify it and give you a broader understanding of the whole. Above all, do not stop, nor hesitate in your study of these principles until you have read the book at least 3 times, for then you will not want to stop.
He said, do not stop, bro. Damn, this is good, gang. This is good. This is good.
How to make practical use of imagination. Ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes. Ideas are products of the imagination. Let us examine a few well-known ideas which have yielded huge fortunes, with the hope that these illustrations will convey definite information concerning the method by which imagination may be used in accumulating riches. The Enchanted Kettle.
Alright, so we're gonna go hop into a little story time. I'm down. Let me sit back. That was good, bro. Them last pages was tough. I'm not gonna lie. They were tough, bro. 50 years ago. 50? It's gonna be more now. It's like 100. You feel me? Maybe even 150.
50 years ago, an old country doctor drove to town, hitched his horse, quietly slipped into a drugstore by the back door, and began dickering with the young drug clerk. His mission was destined to yield great wealth to many people. It was destined to bring to the South the most far-flung benefit since the Civil War. For more than an hour, behind the prescription counter, the old doctor and the clerk talked in low tones. Then the doctor left. He went out to the buggy and brought back a large, old-fashioned kettle, a big wooden paddle, used for stirring the contents of the kettle, and deposited them in the back of the store. The clerk inspected the kettle, reached into his inside pocket, took out a roll of bills, and handed it over to the doctor. The roll contained exactly $500, the clerk's entire savings. The doctor handed over a small slip of paper on which was written a secret formula. The words on that small slip of paper were worth a king's ransom, but not to the doctor. Those magic words were needed to start the kettle to boiling, but neither the doctor nor the young clerk knew what fabulous fortunes were destined to flow from that kettle. The old doctor was glad to sell the outfit for $500. The money would pay off his debts and give him freedom of mind. The clerk was taking a big chance by staking his entire life savings on a mere scrap of paper and an old kettle. He never dreamed his investment would start a kettle to overflowing with gold that would surpass the miraculous performance of Aladdin's lamp. What the clerk really purchased was an idea. The old kettle and the wooden paddle and the secret message on a slip of paper were incidental. The strange performance of that kettle.
Incidental. What does that mean? I'm finna start using these words. I start using these. Better get right. What does incidental mean?
Incidental means happening by chance, not essential to the main purpose, like incidental expenses while traveling.
More description.
Sure. Think of your main objective, like flying to a conference. The flight is essential, but a meal at the airport or a taxi receipt is incidental. It's related, but not the point. In everyday talk, it sometimes means a small accidental detail, not central to the story.
Okay, thank you. Go.
You're welcome.
Okay. Incidental. Okay, I get it. It's like an accident almost. You know what I'm saying? Like part of it, but not part of it. Feel me? Like, buy something at Walmart. You're in your receipt. Gang, I just want the apples, gang. Or you want to put it in the bag? I don't need the bag. Just give me the jug of milk. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't need the bag. Just give me the milk. You want to put it in the bag? Be like that. Okay, incidental. Okay, message on the slip of paper were incidental. Okay.
Began to take place after the new owner mixed with the secret instructions an ingredient of which the doctor knew nothing. Read this story carefully. Give your imagination a test. See if you can discover what it was that the young man added to the secret message which caused the kettle to overflow with gold. Remember, as you read, that this is not a story from Arabian Nights.
Oh fuck! I thought it was a story, gang. That's why I leaned back and was like, "Bet, let me hear it." I ain't gonna lie. I think it went over my head. I think it went over my head, bro.
Here you have a story of facts, stranger than fiction, facts which began in the form of an idea. Let us take a look at the vast fortunes of gold this idea has produced. It has paid, and still pays, huge fortunes to men and women all over the world who distribute the contents of the kettle to millions of people. The old kettle is now one of the world's largest consumers of sugar, thus providing jobs of a permanent nature to thousands of men and women engaged in growing sugar cane and in refining and marketing sugar. The old kettle consumes annually millions of glass bottles, providing jobs to huge numbers of glass workers. The old kettle gives employment to an army of clerks, stenographers, copywriters, and advertising experts throughout the nation. It has brought fame and fortune to scores of artists who have created magnificent pictures describing the product. The old kettle has converted a small southern city into the business capital of the South, where it now benefits, directly or indirectly, every business and practically every resident of the city. The influence of this idea now benefits every civilized country in the world, pouring out a continuous stream of gold to all who touch it. Gold from the kettle built and maintains one of the most prominent colleges of the South, where thousands of young people receive the training essential for success. The old kettle has done other marvelous things. All through the World Depression, when factories, banks, and business houses were folding up and quitting by the thousands, the owner of this enchanted kettle went marching on, giving continuous employment to an army of men and women all over the world, and paying out extra portions of gold to those who, long ago, had faith in the idea. If the product of that old brass kettle could talk, it would tell thrilling tales of romance in every language. Romances of love, romances of business, romances of professional men and women who are daily being stimulated by it. The author is sure of at least one such romance, for he was a part of it, and it all began not far from the very spot on which the drug clerk purchased the old kettle. It was here that the author met his wife, and it was she who first told him of the enchanted kettle. It was the product of that kettle they were drinking when he asked her to accept him for better or worse. Now that you know the content of the enchanted kettle is a world-famous drink, it is fitting that the author confess that the home city of the drink supplied him with a wife, also that the drink itself provides him with stimulation of thought without intoxication, and thereby it serves to give the refreshment of mind which an author must have to do his best work.
Okay, what are they What are they drinking on? I'm not understanding 100%, but I might be interested in that juice. Like, what are y'all drinking on? He got married. The kettle went all over the world. Old kettle, old kettle, old kettle, old kettle, old kettle. I just see a bunch of old kettle, like, for me, I'm not all the way there, but it's cool though, because we gotta keep going. Just because you stuck, don't mean you stop. You feel me? Come on, bro.
Whoever you are, wherever you may live, whatever occupation you may be engaged in, just remember in the future, every time you see the words Coca-Cola, that its vast empire of wealth and influence grew out of a single idea, and that the mysterious ingredient the drug clerk, Asa Candler, mixed with the secret formula was imagination. Stop and think of that for a moment.
Let's stop and think of that for a moment.
Remember also that the 13 steps to riches described in this book were the media through which the influence of Coca-Cola has been extended to every city, town, village, and crossroads of the world, and that any idea you may create, as sound and meritorious as Coca-Cola, has the possibility of duplicating the stupendous record of this worldwide thirst killer. Truly, thoughts are things, and their scope of operation is the world itself.
Okay, let's take it. Ouch. Fuck. My leg, my knee. My knee. What's going on, boy? Okay, let's take a second to digest that. I don't know about the kettle story, but I do know he just said this book helped Coca-Cola do his Coca-Cola thing all over the world. So, you feel me? Thoughts are things, and their scope of operation is the world itself. I don't know, bro. That's tough, bro. We are at the halfway mark, though. But it was just like a lot to digest, bro. Like, I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm a little everywhere with that one. I'm a little like my brain's all over the place. And the next thing we're going to read is what I would do if I had $1 million. I think I should have it here, bro. I should, because we got to go back. I got to go back for sure. Understand a little bit more of the kettle. Understand what he's saying. Yeah, I'm having it here, bro.
So let me unwrap the night with you, my love.